Hey there, G3XE here, and this video is a continuation in the Malam's Maze series, but with some hobby elements. So, I was about to say I spy. I found when I was at my local game store, which if you're in the DFW area, Texas Toy Soldier, if you're interested in war games, is the best. I really love it. Can't say enough good things about it. The staff's friendly. People are awesome. Great amount of space for gaming. They have snacks and all sorts of war games. While I was there, I found this little box. It was on sale for $19.99, so $20. Now this is just a generic Orcs warband from Wargames Factory. So it's like third-party miniatures, because I'm pretty sure they don't make specific games, and but they can be used for all sorts of games. Now, I just happen to be running this Malam's Maze adventure, which has a teenage red dragon who has taken over a tribe of orcs, and the orcs are its minions. So I have about 5 or 6 orc miniatures. And I wanted more. Plus, I just like the hobby and painting and stuff. So I was like, alright, $20. And I was like, how many do you get? 24 orcs with a bunch of different poses and stuff. And I was like, alright, did the quick math. I was like, that's 80-cent orcs. So I was like, oh, dang. Okay, yeah, I'm buying this. You know, I had some money to spend, so sure. So I went ahead, opened it. It is pretty awesome. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the same sprue, though. But you have 3 different bottoms, and then 3 different torsos that can be rotated different angles. Then it looks like you've got, per sprue, a couple sets of arms for one-handed weapons, such as your scimitars, hatchets, battle axes, swords. 1 arm set for a bow and arrow, 1 arm set for a dual-handed weapon, such as this polearm or this big old battle axe. These orcs are really interesting too, because they're not the very cartoonish orcs that Games Workshop typically makes. These remind me of the Orcs from, the orcs from Lord of the Rings. They're very serious looking. I'm thinking about painting them dark green. And just have lots of like bloodied metal and just really dark rampaging type orcs. They have these cool medieval helms on. Just a lot of really cool stuff. One of them doesn't have a helmet and has an eye patch. So these will be fun. So again, all the sprues are the same. Oh, and there are 2 shields. One like wooden board shield, and then one half moon crescent shield. These would be really fun to make, and 24, I was like, that's awesome. Now, unfortunately, I didn't realize it did not come with bases. So the base is this little tiny, foot thing that goes around their foot right here, where my thumb is. And that is not going to be stable. Rolling dice and all that kind of stuff, they're going to fall over. It's the most annoying thing ever. So I was like, okay, I got to buy bases. Crap. Okay. Well, I bought Reaper Bones bases, or not bones, but just at the Reaper bases, which were $5 for 20, and then I happened to actually have these wooden dowels that I bought at Joann's laying around, and they're the exact same size, and so I have 4 of these, or I have a little more, but so now I have 24 of these bases that, when painted, are not gonna look different. They're pretty cool. So, unfortunately, with that added in, then it would cost about the same as just buying a box of orcs from all sorts of people. But I do really like these sculpts, and they have they look very D&D to me. Like, they look like your Tolkien-esque, like, dark marauding, creatures that are I don't know. I think they look very cool. I do like the Games Workshop looking orcs, but in this campaign, I think that these are really going to hit home. So, while I have talked about that, I want to talk about what they're going to be in the campaign. Well, Pyroth the Bloody has, in the months preceding the campaign, taken control of an orc tribe. The previous tribe chieftain actually was going to fight against the dragon, and his name was Gut Gut. And Gut Gut died because Pyroth easily slew him, burnt him to a crisp, and then challenged the rest of the orc tribe who had witnessed this, that any of their mightiest warriors, if they want to come forward and challenge Pyroth, to do it now. And of course everyone's like, oh, Gut Gut was the mightiest among them, so they're like, oh no. So this kind of created a rift in the orc tribe. Because and their tribe name originally was the Gut Skulls. There's a lot of gut going on. And the Gut Skull tribe, on the one hand, very much supports strength, I guess, not supports, but they value strength above all else. So to see this powerful dragon just with a flick of its wrist, destroy their strongest warrior, that definitely incites some certain respect in their culture. And so it didn't take too much persuasion for them to follow the obvious strongest among them, which was now this red dragon. And they kind of shed the Gut Skull name and take on, if they had to put a title to it, being servants of the Dragon King. So those most fervent in support of Pyroth will yell in Orcish as they go into battle, or as they raid villages or attack the adventurers, is for, all hail the Dragon King, blood for the Dragon King, that type of stuff. The belief that Pyroth owns this land by just the fact that his race, his red dragon lineage, is superior to all else, and thus he though he just moved here, has laid claim to everything. Now the rift was drawn between Gut Gut's son, who was also very strong and looked like was going to replace Gut Gut when he died as tribe leader, who is Young Gut. And Young Gut, obviously seeing his father killed by the Dread Dragon, does not like Pyroth at all, but does not have enough support of the tribe to vocalize his discontent and to try and break away. One, because Pyroth could easily kill him, and two, because most of the tribe wants to follow Pyroth now. So he's kind of gone along with it, and is kind of stoking flames of resistance from within. And in fact, later on, when they get to the castle, holed up in a certain room is the members of the former Gut Skull tribe, who are still resistant to Pyroth, having a secret meeting about how best to overthrow Pyroth, or break away, or start a new tribe, or what they should do. And present at that meeting is Young Gut, who has not yet earned his title, right? So he still has his child name, because he's not yet done a glorious deed in battle, valiant enough to start his own name and his own tribe. If the player characters, when they stumble across them, want to don't ask questions and shoot first, then ask questions second, they could just kind of outright slay these orcs, thinking they're the same as all the other orcs, other servants of the Dragon King. However, if they eavesdrop in on the conversation, or someone speaks Orcish, or any assortment of other possibilities if those happen, and they can successfully make some persuasion checks. They could enlist the hesitant alliance with those members of the former Gutskull tribe resistant to Pyroth, and they can even help them in the final battle with Pyroth. If they do so, or along the way, Younggut can help Younggut do his valiant deed, and thus he can be reborn as whatever his new title would be. And this tribe of orcs will then very much respect the party of adventurers, and they'll know their tribe leader, and then, having slayed Pyroth, the other orcs will fall in line, seeing either Younggut or the players, depending on if they want to take over this orc tribe, as the strongest and thus the one worth following. And then you could even continue it afterward, and that way that they can form this kind of pseudo-alliance with these orcs, and those orcs agree not to raid Fallcrest because they are grateful for the adventurers' help, or something like that. So those are that is the orcs present in Malam's Maze campaign, the Gutskull tribe of orcs led by Gut, who got killed by Pyroth, and the schism driven between the orcs of the Gutskull tribe, between those fervently following the Dragon King and those more in favor of Younggut and want him to assert his place on the as the leader of the tribe. Thank you.